Hi everybody, it's Rolex here within the new video after Sentinel released. This is going to be me talking, ranting about like everything I have, for the league. Like first impression about League Start, even back when the league was about to be announced. Because like I didn't want to make a video because there's nothing changed, there's no balance change, there's nothing particularly interesting, so I don't want to make a video about my league start or something because it's the same league start. But okay, I mean, when the league came out, it's actually something different happened, right? There's a lot of thing changed, for the monsters, and for that matter, it's quite a big impact to most builds, I think. But then, generally speaking, you're still playing the builds the same, and also Sentinel giving extra power to those monsters as well. So it's gonna be a lot of power shiftings and stuff like that. So you can see in the montage, I'm still playing the same build, which is a Spectral Helix champion. It's pretty, the most reliable one for me because I know how to make it. I know how to, change some pieces of gear. I know how to, just switch it from one setup to another setup without any problem. And I think this is the most comfortable for me. Right now, I've been playing this character for about 13 hours. I recorded this after like 2 days of playtime, I think, and I play like average about 6-7 hours a day. But in the first day, I play about 9 hours. So the second day, I play a little bit less because there's a lot of problem. I mean, I stream the same time, in the same amount of time, but the electricity went up for about 3 hours, and yeah, when I got back, I didn't play that much. So on the second day, so it doesn't really get me through much. So I'm only level 83, as you can see here. Level 83 with the usual gear. I bought the Leaguestarter because I think it was a good call for this league because you need a little bit more defense than usual, and I think it's pretty good defense. And yeah, it fixes you a little bit. I got max row both intelligence and any shield, but it didn't really matter. You just get anything. I think getting maximum intelligence is probably gonna be a good call because you lack of intelligence. As you can see, even with this 40 intelligence, I still have 30, like 73 intelligence. And on top of that, every single part of my gear is basically self-farm. I just cropped everything, just getting, like a Vile Axe, and then you spam a little bit of harvest and stuff like that. And also, I'm going to talk about the Atlas tree because there's a big change in Atlas tree. I think for the early game, it's very, very, very strong for early part of the game. And also, the Sentinel setups and stuff like that. Before we get into that, all those, I'm just going to go through the first impression about Sentinel. I had my first impression, when the league announced that it was going to be a boring league, something similar to Arc Nemesis, where you actually have to engage with the monster, when you actually have to press button, there's going to be micromanagement, and you look at a passive, there's going to be a lot of mess and stuff like that. But when you actually get down into it and play it, it's actually simple enough. And because the Arc Nemesis monster has been added into the core game, replacing rare monster with Arc Nemesis monster, they're actually quite engaging, and it's actually quite hard to deal with, like when you get a lot of them. And you can just use whatever you want for the Sentinel. Like personally, I'm using a Stalker and Epics right now. Because I think Stalker is pretty good, like when you run around killing monster during map, it kill most, and it just laser beam like most things. It's not gonna beam everything because you don't really specialize in like a chain and then like additional beam, I think, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good for the coverage, especially for the build that doesn't really have the the best clear. And then your Epic Sentinel, because you kind of deal with the boss well enough to get your Epic Sentinel up and killing the boss. You're quite comfortable killing the boss. So I think that's why I'm going with 2 of them. Other points to go with 3 of them though, so that's why I don't go for the Pandemonium. I think Pandemonium is also pretty damn good if you're playing a build that has a lot of clear speed. Your Stalker Sentinel wouldn't be able to keep up, even I think with like 60-70% cast speed with the maximum juice on beam length and something like that. You're still gonna off-screen monsters and you're not gonna get your value out of Stalker Sentinel. And I think if you want to play some speed build, you just run into a pack of monster, press Pandemonium, and then done. You get maximum juice out of those pack, and then just move on to killing the boss. Or if you don't want to kill the boss, then just chuck in some Stalker Sentinel that probably gonna shoot out to some leftover monster, and then you can do it that way as well. That's just my take on Sentinel. I think they're pretty simple. You don't really need to micromanage most things. The only thing I don't like about it is that this system happened when you can combine them, and there's a 4 currency. They're doing the exact same thing, and then like they're doing the exact same thing. You combine 2 items, and this one gonna have chance to add new modifier. This one is I don't remember. This one is just a random mutation, and this one is I don't know, like changing base or something. But I don't know, like it's just a little bit weird, and you're gonna use power core most of the time. It will keep the same rarity, I think, this one. But yeah, I mean, most of the time you just do whatever, like when you run out of charge, you're gonna put in the one that also out of charge, and combine them to get a new one. But usually what happens is you can just drop a rare item. It's pretty easy to drop a rare item, from my experience. I don't know if it's because I'm just getting lucky or something, but usually you just drop a rare version of these things, and you will probably never run out of it. Maybe the Epic Sentinel, because it's the hardest one to find, so this is probably going to be the one that I combine most of the time. But other than Epic Sentinel, I think they're pretty easy. The gear, I'm not going to talk about the gear. I'm not going to talk about skill, because it's basically the same. Skill tree is also basically the same, except this time I'm running with the Saltator, so I'm just invested more into the leech rate. As you can see here, I have a methodology. What is that? Like, I don't even know. And Machio experience, because these 2 giving you extra life leech, recovery leech rate or whatever, like just make your leech faster or something. I don't remember, but it do something to your leech. So, and it's also giving some damage. This one giving damage while leeching, and this one gives damage because you're using 2-handed weapon. And that's about it for the passive tree. Other than that, it's just going for the armor, and I'm running Determination, Pride, and Dirt Banner. If you don't like Pride because you want to be more defensive, you can run Grace. You can obviously like try to drop a couple of these, and then go for the Reflexes, getting some Grace, reservation efficiency. Or you don't need to, because as you can see, I have enough mana to do anything, as you can see here. And other than that, there's nothing about the tree that I want to talk about, and I want to go fast because obviously there's a lot of things to get through. The second thing is just the Atlas passive tree, the new introduction of these things. All right, your map has no longer contain, no chance to contain Mirror Delirium, Metamorph, Breach, Abyss, and Legion Encounter. These things are just like you get 5 of these, you have 10% more chance to spawn a sacred group, so you can actually making your gear much faster. That's why I got the ring. This one just like spam, it was just grab roll with life, and then just get like really lucky with it, I guess. And then this one just roll with life as well. I think this one maybe life or chaos resist, I don't remember, like chaos, I don't remember, but it just get pretty high life and some chaos resistance. And this one I just chuck in some essence because I bought the base. like way early, like when I get into map, and I decided, well, I need a little bit of 5 links so I can run with the life tab, because I have little mana and I can't sustain my mana. This one I just use it because it has a good dexterity and decent life. It has a bit of movement speed, but that movement speed is pretty bad, 15%. You don't want to do that. This one just got life and fire resistance, and this one just damage, attack speed. As you can see, it could be much better if I can somehow get a better axe. But other than that, there's nothing to talk about. You just get harvest and trying to roll gear. So the new the interaction of these things are so good, because you get so many harvests. I think I got like 1 harvest every 3 maps. Like, that's insane. And then also you can get another 4% chance to spawn harvest here, because 50% more base chance to contain extra content means you're getting another 4% on top of whatever you get, for bonus like this, like this, right? So 10% here, 4% here, and then bait, the chance, the base chance is 8%, so you're getting 12% for the base chance, and then you add 14 on top of that, so you're getting 26% total chance to spawn harvest. And that's about like 1 in 4 maps, right? But I'm getting about like 1 in 3, and then you can invest more into like 3% extra here, so that's pretty good as well. You can add another 3 here as well if you don't like enjoy, and then that's about it. And the reason behind why I'm just ignoring most of these things, I kind of do love MetaMob, but MetaMob doesn't really add anything that much, and so I decided, well, just skip it for now, because I'm not gonna specialize like early. Delirium, my character is pretty bad in Delirium, so I'm just not gonna do it, as well as Legion, Breach, and also Abysses. The Spectral Helix playstyle, and it's pretty slow. You can't really clear most of Legion, like early mapping anyway, and Abysses is annoying, so I don't do it. And then also, Breach is pretty wide, like when you get in like a open map, you can't really kill like most things, so I decided not to go for those things. And that's about it. And I don't have any template or anything. I'm just gonna go to the usual. I'm just gonna get the effective leadership, go for a taste of loyalty, and then intelligent gathering. This is my final take on the tree, and after that you can take whatever you want. I'm probably gonna go with this, like getting more heist, because I also want to get the fledgling myself, even though like fledgling is pretty cheap. And my currency, I just got pretty lucky early on, like when I run tier, like not even tier, I ran a Act 6. I dropped the nerds from stack deck, so I just sell it, and getting some currency from it. And then other than that, there's nothing much to talk about anyway, because I didn't get anything like lucky other than the nerds. And after this character, I completed everything or something like that. I'm gonna keep updating this character because I like enjoy my first Leaguestarter. Like always, I enjoy it the most for my Leaguestarter. I didn't say that I'm not enjoying my Magic Find, but I enjoy for a different reason when I get to Magic Find. And this league is gonna be fun. Magic Find is going to be mega fun because of Sentinel, and also the new rare monster, the new Arc Nemesis monster, that you can actually getting some good mod from it. I don't know if it's gonna be less powerful. It's probably gonna be less powerful on the top end, but on the like on the floor, the bottom end of it, it's probably going to be better for a Headhunter and stuff like that. And still, Headhunter gonna drop in price, I'm pretty sure, but it's not gonna drop to the point where it's dirt cheap. But that's about it for this video, and hope you guys enjoy. And if you have any experience or different experience than me, you can just write it down. Tell me how you feel about the league so far. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.